I'm trying to make an OTP method, which we can see in these days. Like it's usually everywhere being implemented for the verification part and for the query part and lot of other uh, client and server responses is being made with the help of OTP. So this I have created, you can say, a scalable and well and readable code in React. This is the basic uh, thing that I have made. It's not scalable, but for the understanding part, let me go through with the code to let you more being understandable with that what code I have written, being more basic for the understanding. As in this, we are using two main hooks that is being used with the help of uh, uh, use state, use ref. Okay, use effect is an optional when you want some output somewhere else, or like after a certain time or delay, then you can use effect. That's not necessary. So let's dive into the main course, that what's the basic. So first of all, I have created an inp component. This is main component, and in that I have created four use state which have initial value as empty string. Okay, then after that I have created one more use state. This is an array, and this would help me to get all the use state, individual use state that is being applied on the individual inputs being collectively added here in the array. Okay, then after that I have used useref to catch catch the or hold of these elements, DOM elements. Okay, so let me show you the output that what we have wanted. There are four inputs in that. This is an autofocus. This attribute will automatically select when the page initially render, and it works fine, like you can see here, right? So, and the backspace, I'm clicking the backspace. It is first removing the element, then it going backward, being focused in previous input. So how I have achieved this, let's go through it. This is the focus that initially it get focused. Okay, then we have used useref to catch hold of these elements, and then I have used this one, max length. I thought of thinking that certain idea that the maximum input would be one string or one number. Okay, but apparently it was not working on number. It is well defined, like, not sorry, well defined, not, it's not the word. It is working well in type text input, but not in number input. Previously, in the first three I was getting single digit, but in the last one I was getting as much digit as I wanted. So that was the edge case scenario, and in this also it was not being working, not being helpful, although it somehow maintained its state with one input because of use state and certain conditions that I have created because of that it hold only one element, otherwise it would also hold many elements. Okay, so let me okay, so this was not what this is not helping anything, right? I can remove it, or you can say let's remove it. Let's see if it able to hold of new elements. No, it's not able to hold of new elements. Okay, let me remove once more the upper level. Okay, let's I have removed the upper one. So okay, this is being the second number is being added. Okay, 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 I don't know what's going on. Let's see. I'm clicking once more, but it previously it added one thing, but right now I don't know what it is. Okay, so let's go through. You can see that it's working fine because of that previous. Sometimes it gives error or like unexpected behavior. What do we call it, right? That's why we call it unexpected behavior. Certainly don't expect for, but this is unexpected. Okay, the type is number. Okay, and then name, it is not necessary. I guess I thought of making an array of this, and I failed miserably. So let's go forward, and this is a value. I have given all the values and all four input tags, and this is for use state, right? To set the current value onto the current state of use state. And the on change is for, as you know, it is for use state as, only because of whatever event or whatever action is being happening on here. And okay, it would certainly reflect on use state and also catch the hold, uh, catch the inputs all in, and refer to the variable, dynamic variable, as update function of use state. Okay, so we have put it set input, and then we have catch hold of this value that we have certainly putting with the help of keyboard, typing numeric buttons. Okay, we have passed an anonymous function in that, and in that anonymous function we have certainly added these values, right? This value, and after that we have clicked we have provided on key down. There is one more there was one more what do we call event, on key press, but right now it is being demolished. Let me tell you the precise word that what we call it. So we call is deprecated. So deprecated means uh, that the feature is still available but no longer recommended because it might be removed from the future. Okay, browser might still support it, but it is best to avoid it. Okay, so we have passed one function here, and I think all of this is the same. I would tell you about this certainly different stuff that being oddly written here, because other three elements don't have the same thing. So why it is happening, I will tell you. Okay, so let's come to this thing about the handling function. In that we have we have accessing the input key, what key have we pressed. Okay, but certainly there is no need of it. Certainly there is no need. Okay, there we can Okay, then after that, uh, this is also there was also the previous input there, like instead of e dot key we also can write e dot which or e dot key dot e dot key code. Okay, these are also deprecated. Okay, so let's move forward. We are now using e dot key. If we are setting an if condition, and in that if condition, if the length means this length, okay, the input length is being more than 0, then b dot current focus. Okay, b dot current means this, we are accessing this element with the help of this. Okay, we have setting it to focus next one. Okay, whenever we are getting one element. Okay, then after that, this handle b is the next input, second input. Then there is also one extra thing that I wanted to tell, that with the help of this, uh, you can certainly check check resin code. Okay, that it is number or not. Okay, and c dot current dot focus, it is forwarding. Then after that, there is an else if condition. If the number is being clicked here, then it would proceed in this way, and if the backward key is pressed, okay, backward key, as you can see, I have captured this key press element in the key, and then we are trying to equal it. Okay, what the backward key. Okay, so tell you about this thing, that e dot key, whatever we press on the keyboard, the alphabet or the equal to or the backspace, it captures all, and in the string format. Okay, so we can take the help of this, and as I'm writing here, uh, backspace is in string, so it would certainly print or like console in the same manner. That's why I'm doing this. Okay, so it is working, and after we are pressing any backspace, then it is removing all the it is removing a dot current dot focus, and like going backward to the focus a. Okay, when we are clicking backspace. Okay, then after that, there is also handle C with the same thing here, going same thing going here, and there is also the last one, and the last one is little bit special, because let me tell you, the we capturing the key, and we are not writing forward any, like we don't have next input, right? So we are not forwarding on focusing on the next input, so we have only one thing to do, we are focusing on backward. And there's also edge case scenario. Let me tell you this one, edge case scenario, this activity. Okay, let me refresh. Okay, okay, okay. So we are forwarding backward, but we are not able to remove this element because of this reason. Let me tell you this reason, that whenever we are pressing backward key, we are going backward, it is not removing this element, because when we ever like the first function is to backward key is removing the element, but in this we are manipulating it manually, explicitly doing it, that whenever the backward key is pressed, I'm not talking about the other keys like any number, but especially the backward. Whenever how do we remove it, right? We press the backward key. So backward key is being assigned here as a first priority whenever we are having the backward key pressed. It would certainly focus the previous one, not removing it. Okay, it have the function of removing, but we are altering it. Okay, so, and it's certainly not having the another input. Why this is doing it? I have not. Oh, 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 oh. Okay, okay. In that function, okay, in that function, I am doing this. So let me show it to you. Okay, okay, okay. So let me remove this function, and now you can see I have made the things similar. I am pressing the key, and this is getting the unexpected behavior, right? I'm not being able to minus here. Being able to remove this element, these input values from the last input, right? Because of this, I have to set a parameter, not a parameter, extra set of code to give the condition that certainly to make it only one variable input, one one value input. Okay, so how I'm doing it, I'm accessing the value that what we are getting here, okay, in val, and then we after I'm assigning it like I'm getting the value being substring. What substring does is, you can see the first value it includes, and the second value it includes, excludes. The first value is being an is an input, is an what do we call, index, and the second is also index, but it being excluded. So what it is giving, it is giving me a string. Okay, and it is same as, you can say, splice. So it is cutting it. Okay, splice has been used in array, and this substring is being used in strings. Okay, so we are getting a single digit, and that single digit is being accessed here. Whatever the first digit is there, we are getting only that one. Okay, so it is not being able to minus here because of this one. Let me give it back. Okay, okay. So uh, we have to write the thing here. So the input value info. Okay, now it would work fine. So what it is doing, it's just simply doing, whenever the length is 0, means the length is 0, and we are pressing backspace, then it would focus. अच्छा, so क्या हो रहा है इसमें कि जब भी हम जब जब हमारा लेंथ ज़ीरो होगा, certainly this is not meeting the requirement, this is having one length, right? Okay, so we need length 0 to go the backward, right? So it would first remove, it becomes 0, now it is able to apply this if condition. Now it is being eligible to uh, enter or execute this code being eligible to execute. Okay, so this was the stuff that I have told, you can say. And this is not that much scalable, and this is was for the understanding purpose. And let me show you the main code is like this. Okay, this is a certainly unexpected behavior. Let me clear it out. Oh, so let me show you 4 5 6 7. Okay, okay, so this is being certainly invalid. Let me use this one. Now it's being eligible. Okay, as you can see, the output is the OTP is this. We are getting the OTP, guys. We are getting the OTP. So how I am achieving this? Let me explain it to you. Uh, in this only this the main thing is true, but the third thing is for as you can see the output, or you can say alert button, alert functionalities. So this component name is OTP input. Okay, in that there is an use state. In that use state, the initial value has an array. Okay, in that array there are 4 empty strings. So this is the base of everything. Okay, with the help of this array we are able to create a dynamic approach, like how many elements we want and how many things we want to create. Okay, so keep focus, guys. And then after that I created one more thing with the help of useref, and in the initial thing there is a array. Okay, there is an array. It would hold the input values, input tags, every input tags, in every individual input tags with the individual unique index. Okay, so these two have cleared. Okay, let me show you this return. Okay, in that there is an curly bracket because we are writing JavaScript here. Okay, we are accessing that use state initial value. Okay, with the help of this, okay, we are accessing it and we are mapping it. Okay, we are mapping, and in mapping there is a value and there is an index. Okay, index you can know as well as value as an element. Or what element we are accessing? This element, this individual element, this element, this element, this element, this element, the empty element. Okay, and that we are returning an input, and the input says, and the input is having a ref. Okay, so one thing is special here, only the input tag have this inside a ref there is a callback function only in input tag is available. Okay, so in this ref what is happening here, this is having a element as if that this input value, this input. Okay, this certain input is being assigned. Okay, As you can see, what I have done is I have consoled the E, and what we are getting this whole input value. Okay, so are we clear now that what we are getting from E? Okay, and we can certainly do this also. Let me show it to you. What are these? What are these? And log, we have to use this. So there is a use of this. Okay, keep that in mind. Okay, now we are getting what we are getting. Okay, let me remove that one, earlier one. Okay, now we are able to get it. So first the input, then the null. Null as if why we are getting null? Oh, first is having null, and there's two things: the double use of, I think, the strictness of this thing, right? As the sir have told about. So after null, this is the reference value. Okay, this is the reference value that we are getting here. Okay, let me be more precise. Let me be more precise. Let's see what's in it. Okay, as you can see, the first is input and p, second is null, then third is this, third fourth is this. Okay, so let's go to the first thing. Length is 4. These are the arrays. As you can see, the value is empty, invalid bowling. Okay, let's not dive into this one. Let's not dive into this one. Okay, now we are getting 444. Now we are getting 444, 444. So this is the fourth value. Let's go to the second. Second value would be 4, and the third value will be 4 also. So I thought that मैंने सोचा कि भाई ये जो ऐसे शुरू में दिखा रहे हैं तो भाई आगे वाले नल होंगे, लेकिन नहीं, ये तो पूरे रेंडर हो गए इसकी तरह, मतलब दिखने को ऐसे दिख रहे कि, लेकिन यहाँ तक, लेकिन पूरे यहाँ इसके अंदर भी रेंडर हो रहे. कोई दिक्कत नहीं, कोई दिक्कत नहीं, अपन चलते हैं आगे. ठीक है, तो this was the stuff. Okay, the whole stuff, what's happened, and it provided a callback function in that we have passed e as if it gives us the reference of this input. Okay, and we are adding an index. Adding an index. Then after that there is an on key down. Okay, e press on key down. When we are pressing, we are also getting an event. Okay, on key event, right? Whatever we are element pressing, or whatever we are is doing is the thing here. So we are passing this and the index. Okay, and that is being shared here. on change as usual. Input has been passed. Okay, the class name, this is for the decoration part. Okay, these two things. uh, so let's go to the main thing here. Okay, this is the handle change means we have passed it on change. Okay, what we are doing here, we are accessing the value. Okay, we are accessing and then console logging it. Then after that, what we are doing, we are taking the individual inputs, right? We are taking the individual inputs. If we don't do individual thing, then it would certainly take multiple inputs. Okay, so okay, so this was the done part. So we have to access it doing the same. Okay, uh, new value, new value. We are giving a new variable, assigning a new variable, declaring a new variable, sorry, and then assigning it an empty array, and then assigning an array. In that array we are spreading all the inputs here, all these inputs here. Okay, all these inputs here, it means all the empty inputs. And if we are getting any changes on any input, what we are doing, new input means this one, and the index of it, whichever input we are accessing, and then we are adding a value, then it being reassigned, and also the array is being updated. Okay, whatever updates we are giving. Okay, then we are setting it. Okay, then after that, there is an condition here, if condition here, in that what is having happened. So focus here. The first is value. If the value is present, okay, value, yeah, this value, this one value, the one digit means, if it is zero value, if it is not empty string, then the value would be false, right? And if the, and the other thing, the AND function, the index should be less than less than 3, less than 3. Okay, this one, less than 3, less than index 3. Why, you ask? Whenever we currently accessing this, so let's say we are accessing zeroth value. Okay, zeroth index, then whatever, whenever we are doing this value being 1, then we have to pass after, pass forward, right? Then what we do, current plus 1, we just do simply current plus 1, right? Index, with the help of that we are focusing on the next element, and next element, then we are focusing it, so the next element being is passed. Okay, why we are doing this? Because if we certainly do 4, like it certainly, देखो जैसे 4 तो कर देंगे, लेकिन ऐसे होगा ना कि सोच रहे हो कि भाई इंडेक्स तो ये इक्वल टू नहीं है, तो 4 तक तो जाएगा ही नहीं, वो तो ऐसे ही, मतलब वो थिंकिंग है ना कि भाई अब वो तो सही वर्क करना चाहिए, लेकिन नहीं करेगा, क्योंकि अगर हम 3 भी दे देते हैं, अगर ये इंडेक्स वैल्यू 3 भी रहता है, ठीक है, मीन्स अगर यहाँ 4 है तो यहाँ पे 3 हो जाएगा। अगर तुम ऐसे दे रहे हो तो ठीक है, 4 तो नहीं जाएगा, ठीक है, 3 रह जाएगा। लेकिन अगर तुम 3 में भी प्लस करोगे तो कहाँ जाएगा, वो लेंथ लेगा ना, ये लेंथ ले रहा है, सॉरी लेंथ नहीं ले रहा, ये इंडेक्स वैल्यू ले रहा है, लेकिन वो है ही नहीं इंडेक्स वैल्यू, तो इंडेक्स वैल्यू तो एक एक घटती है ना लेंथ से, ठीक है, तो कुछ वैसा ही है। We are accessing with the help of index, so if we plus here, then it would certainly cross the limit. Okay, we don't want that. Then after that, that's why we have posted this one. If the limit is less than 3, then we just have to go here and then just forward one thing, pass on to things. ये तीनों लिंक है, ये तीनों लिंक है, फिर इसके बाद एक डंडी आगे चली गई, बस ऐसा कुछ नहीं है। And use effect just is being set timeout and then input. Let me tell you later. Okay, this is not that much important, but it is some point at some point. uh, we are using key down. Okay, in that key down there is an event and index. Okay, let's key is the pressing event dot key, that whatever key are we getting the same thing backward. And there are two conditions. The two conditions, let me tell you. Whenever the index is greater than 0, means index greater than 0, this 1 2 3. Okay, key backward key press greater than 0, or input dot index. Inputs dot index means this inputs, ठीक है, this inputs or any index, simply any index. Any index means whatever, whichever index having an on key down option. On key down option, इट्स सिंपली लाइक, ये ऐसे क्या है, क्या मतलब इसका कि सिंपली अगर फॉल्सी वैल्यू हटाएंगे तो क्या होगा कि कोई भी वैल्यू हो, ठीक है, कोई भी वैल्यू हो और फॉल्सी लगाने के बाद कोई भी वैल्यू ना हो, तब जाके ये माइनस करेगा। समझे क्या वैसा? चलो ठीक है, अब ये भी समझ ही गए। तो इंडेक्स 0 से बड़ा हो, ठीक है, 1 तक हो, तो वो इधर सिंपल भी भेज देगा वापस। और इसके बाद आप करते हैं यूज़ इफ़ेक्ट। यूज़ इफ़ेक्ट में क्या है, सेट टाइम आउट। ओके, सेट टाइम आउट किया हमने एक घंटे, एक वन वन 1000 का, ठीक है। एंड देन आफ्टर दैट वी आर setting a boundary here, setting a boundary. And okay, uh, this is anonymous function, callback function, as you can see, callback function from like from this to there. And then after that there is an array dependency. In that array dependency there is an inputs. Whenever the input is being changed, it re-renders. Okay, it re-renders and recall, you can see. So in that we have set timeout. Okay, set timeout. I was trying to give an id, there was a big mistake there. If I would give the id and add the cleanup function, then it would not print anything, it just would clean up in seconds. And we don't want that, right? So what is being happening here, what is happening here, if I would certainly remove this, remove this and this, just trying to, whenever the input is being filled, we are just want to alert the thing. But in alert we are also having some issues that can't use template literals. So we have to use template literals outside in, and assigning that outside variable with the help of template literals into the variable. Okay, then assign that variable in alert, then we are able to get it. Okay, and this, whenever we can see the last. So how do we assign, let me tell you how do we assign that when this effect is going to be triggered. Okay, it would trigger in every render. Let me give you the brief view. Let's say it's not 1000, it's just mere 500. Okay, 1, it would have OTP here. So this outcome we don't want, right? This outcome we don't want. Okay, we don't want this outcome again and again, coming. Let's see, there you can see, as you can see, this is hindering us, this is clearly being annoyed. So for that, what we have, keep the edge cases at if only, the length of third input is being there more than 0, then trigger. Okay, last wing, and only the last wing filled after passing through here. Okay, let's see if we just pass here. Also getting. So this is the edge cases. Let's leave it for next person. Mhm. And then there is also the input join. With the help of this, I was able to join, and it was working fine. Otherwise, yeah, I would do something else. Like for example, I was thinking about for each, that क्यों फॉर इच, जैसे अब सारे इनपुट का निकाल के इधर से लाना है, इधर से प्रिंट कराना है, ठीक है, इधर से प्रिंट कराना है, कैसे करेंगे यार? अब मैं सोचा यार कि फॉर इच ही कर देते हैं कि भाई एक ही बार में सबको एड्रेस कर देगा और एक एक करके एलिमेंट्स निकाल के भेज देगा इधर, है ना, कंसोल कर देगा। और जैसे ही कंसोल करेगा, यार कंसोल नहीं, रिटर्न करा देते हैं। रिटर्न भी तो नहीं करता, रिटर्न अनडिफाइन करेगा ये, इट वुड रिटर्न अनडिफाइन। लेट मी शो इट टू यू, or let not show it to you. You can do something else. Okay. You can see undefined. It doesn't return anything. And we can do this map one. It will also return undefined. These are not undefined. It just remove the empty because we are not returning anything. Although we are returning it. Okay, leave it. Then after that I have used this one. Input this. I thought that this would also at least work, right? Okay. It have no effect. What is happening here? Okay, this time. Okay, let the you can see the last input. This is the last input. Let me give you the review. This is the last input. One, two, three, five. Five would come last input. So yeah, there is a functionality that after this comma, it would register only the last input. After that comma input. Okay, so this would also not just fine. And then there is one more thing. So we can use this concatenation. Okay, this would work fine. As you can see, 9. This is working fine. And dot join is also working fine. Let me give you the preview at why it is happening. Okay, why it is happening. The first issue, using for each inside the template string. Let inp we have received your input. Okay, why it is wrong? For it does not return a value, it only executes a function. Okay, वैल्यू रिटर्न नहीं करेगा, पर सिर्फ फंक्शन रिटर्न करेगा, ठीक है, फंक्शन एग्जीक्यूट करेगा ये inside the template string javascript assets a value वो रिटर्न नहीं करेगा, ठीक है, तो बट फॉर ईच रिटर्न्स अनडिफाइंड. So correct alternative is join. Join correctly combines the array element into the string. It returns the value. Some issues, missing comma inside the template. Okay, this comma. Why it is not working? The comma operator in JavaScript returns only the last value. Okay, last value will be values. Okay, the current user join. So this was the thing. So that's it for today's, guys. I hope you understand.